If you're a new or aspiring virtual assistant, one of the questions you probably have is, what services can I offer? And honestly, I think it's one of those things that we often overcomplicate, and it can be simplified in just a few moments, really. So if you're new and you're trying to figure out what services can I offer, the first thing I want you to do is pull out your resume. Seriously, y'all, pull out your resume and just take a look at the education you have and some of the experiences you've had, your work experiences. Your resume tells an amazing story of your professional abilities. And so I think we should just start there, because if a company has hired you, if they've gone through the process of putting out a job post and hired you before to take on some of those different tasks that you've been hired for, then that tells you that other businesses will probably need the very same type of assistance as well. We should not forget the abilities that we currently have. And I think what happens with a lot of aspiring virtual assistants and new virtual assistants is that they delay their start because they're trying to figure out how to learn new skills, and they totally neglect some of the skills that they already have. And so let's just take it back to the basics and look straight up at our resume and look at our work experience and look at our education and just go from there. I'll tell you what I can do in seconds. I can usually look at somebody's resume and tell them right away how they should start off as a virtual assistant based on their work experience and education. And when you do that, you guys, you can actually command a higher rate. Like, just because you're a new virtual assistant doesn't mean that you're new to providing a certain service that you've already provided on your resume. You don't have to come out as a super entry level individual with entry level pay because you have experience in this area already. So I'll give you an example. If you look at your resume and you see like, oh, okay, I was an administrative assistant for, I don't know, a human resource company. You were also an administrative assistant for a healthcare organization. Okay. If you want to be a virtual assistant, you know what you can probably do? You could be an administrative virtual assistant right off the bat because you already have the skill set and qualifications to do so. You have proven experience. So if a lead asks you, is this something you can do? You can actually say, yes, I've actually done this for 2 employers of mine in the past. Same thing. Maybe you have you look at your resume and you see a consistent theme of doing customer support tasks. Know what you can offer? You can be a customer support virtual assistant, and you can speak to your experience doing that for other people. So let's not overcomplicate it, you guys. You already have the skill set and experience to do this, seriously. But maybe let's say you don't have a strong work history. Maybe you're a stay-at-home parent and you've been raising your kids. You guys, if you're a stay-at-home parent, please, please, please do not neglect your experience as a parent. The parents I've seen, they have usually very strong organizational and planning skills. They are detail-oriented. I mean, to be a parent and to raise your kids successfully takes a lot of different skill sets and traits. So focus on those. Like, one huge one too is I think a lot of people forget that some clients are seriously looking for personal assistant like tasks. So someone who can help with like home management. That's something you can offer. If you're a stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife or partner and you're taking care of managing your home, that's a service you can seriously put out there and offer to other people, because a lot of people really do need help with that. In fact, my agency has actually helped with that in the past. So I know for a fact that this is something that people need. So yeah, I say all that to say, you guys, seriously, we don't have to overcomplicate it. You already have some tools in your tool belt to go ahead and get started. Just look at your resume and put that on your portfolio and send that out to potential clients and let them know. We don't have to overcomplicate it. Now, if you don't personally, let's quickly talk about what if you don't like some of the stuff you've done and you're trying to get away from that on your resume. Like maybe you've had jobs you don't like and you want to totally get away from that. I can understand that. What I would say in that situation is, even though you don't like it, but it's something that people need, maybe offer it for a little while in the background you're working on something else that you're interested in offering. And then once you get a little more comfortable with that, then offer that as a service. That way you can still make money and start your virtual assistant business using the skill set you already have that maybe you don't necessarily like, but you can do. And then on the side, you can be building up your other skill or the other service that you're thinking about offering. So that's one way you can go about that. But in a nutshell, you guys, the resume is a very valuable thing. Do not overlook the experience you already have. Do not delay starting your virtual assistant business because you're waiting until you get really good at something else when you already have some experience on your resume that you can start with. So that's all I have with that. Thank you for watching the video. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comments. But good luck to you on your virtual assistant journey. Here's to being successful, being paid, and achieving work-life balance.